Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Subnautica Below Zero. This is episode 2. First off, let's heat up because we are actually about to freeze.
Hypothermia imminent.
Yeah, I know. Last time, Robin here came to planet 4546b to find out what had really happened to her sister Sam, who had supposedly died here of negligence when Alterra was here before they pulled out from the planet entirely. Then we sort of crashed on the planet, even though we were supposed to be landing, because we decided to land during a meteor storm so that Alterra's remaining space station wouldn't detect us. Then we came here to this island where we are supposed to be repairing this radar tower that a friend at Alterra had told us about. Also, let's turn the HUD back on, I just had it off. Which is this tower over here, but we also ran into an aggressive woman who told us that we were on her territory. Let's check out this tower, which I believe we're going to need to repair. So, in the initial version of the story for this was actually for launching rockets. There was a automated rocket launcher here that you would use to send stuff up to the Vesper. Which, can we even see the Vesper anymore? It used to be always visible in the sky. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Unless it's behind those clouds over there. You'd send stuff up there, and then your sister would send stuff down to you. Satellite surveillance active. Status report. Okay, we got another log. We still haven't worked through our backlog of logs. This is like one of the few places where cold is going to be a constant problem up here. Another log. Test override module report. Okay, so we can't do anything with this. I think we're going to need to read the log to know how we fix this. But first, gotta heat up. Oh, there's a thermal lily right here. Alright, so we got our basic equipment last time, but we also are going to want to start looking for blueprints for stuff like the sea glider. However, while we're standing here heating up, let's get some of these logs going, because we just keep getting more. Emmanuel's special request. Emmanuel gave me this jailbroken scanner tool thing and said, "I need more shower heads. This should lead you to the necessary minerals." What? He also told me to keep it on the down low. I guess this is what a master's certificate in applied geology gets you these days. A job as a glorified construction worker. Ugh, I should have studied interstellar law like Dad said. I have to hand it to Emmanuel, though. I don't know what he did to the scanner, but it does a great job at zeroing in on specific minerals. It's better than hoping I stumble across the right outcropping, so that is the device that we found a blueprint for last time, the mineral scanner. Okay, we saw this one. Operating manual. New employee training. It is recommended that all training be completed while tower is in test mode. Test mode is a fully functional simulated version of live mode. While in test mode, all communication from the tower, including distress signals, security alerts, and spy transmissions, will be disabled. To initiate test mode, insert the test override module into the diagnostic port as depicted in the diagram to the left. The Activate Test Mode command may be entered via the terminal once the test override manual has been inserted. So I think the tower is still set to test mode right now, which means anything we try to transmit through it won't come through. And the status report. Sector 0 region scan, 2 active human life forms detected. That would be us and the woman we ran into. And that would mean that our sister is not secretly alive on the planet. Unauthorized habitat construction and vehicular activity detected. Recommendation, observe and prepare for possible intervention. Okay. That's all of those. We have another Sam message. I think this was the last one we had when we started.
Hey, Robin. I really need someone to know. I'm afraid something terrible is gonna happen. You were completely right about Alterra, okay? You were right. I was wrong. The cat should be called Potato. I admit it. Sorry. Bad attempt at a joke. I just... I don't know what to do. I guess I should just come out and say it at this point. I've said this much already. We found a frozen leviathan that's infected with Kara. Alterra thinks they can use it for something. Weapons, experimental treatments, a whole range of things. But one end of the range is ugly, dangerous, but profitable, of course. What if it gets out while we're messing around with it? Or worse, what if it ends up a bioweapon in the wrong hands? I hope I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am. Anyway, message me back, please. Could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you.
So, I was right that the frozen leviathan was infected with Kara. I wonder if there's going to be any mention of the, alien race that is also made from the Kara, which I referred to as Kara in my entire previous playthrough. But yeah, the aliens in Natural Selection 2 are also the Kara. So I don't know if that is before this or after this. It's kind of been a loose connection the entire time. But they are supposed to take place in the same universe. Alright, well, we can scan this old Alterra base and get a bunch of base blueprints, though I don't think we can make a habitat builder yet. Do I have to... Okay, I don't have to scan the door, too. Hopefully it's a little warmer in here. I mean, my temperature doesn't seem to be going down. Aquarium.
Cushy setup. Must belong to one of those higher-uppers.
Emmanuel's bed. Are we gonna specifically build Emmanuel's bed and not just a bed? Yeah, apparently we got a blueprint for it. Wall shelves. So these are all basic blueprints that were in the first game as well. But there are some new ones, like the big building. What is this? Oh, it's just a levitating version of one of those little... I forget what those are called. It's not a pendulum. Executive desk. Log.
Sam really got under management skin. I didn't know she had it in her.
Swivel chair. There's a lot of stuff to scan in here. Cheap plant pot. Okay, we got planters and pots in general. Observatory. Motivational poster. I can't even see it. It's too dark in here. So yeah, clearly this thing popped open. Though for some reason it's not cold in here either. The last meal never eaten. Alright, well, we'll be able to make quite the cushy base ourselves once we can make a habitat builder.
Good morning, Frostpack. Just a quick update to inform you of some key achievements and priority shifts we need you all to get behind.
Is that seriously what they called the team
The Spy
here?
Pangling project was a resounding success. Please join me in congratulating Samantha IU, who is now reassigned to Outpost 0, helping us dream of future initiatives. Congratulations are also in order for Danielle Valenti and her team at Omega Lab. The closing of Phi Robotics means important funds can be redirected to their Kara bacteria study, which has important, positive implications for the life sciences. You're all doing an exceptional job, and I don't want to promise anything, but HQ has been taking notice. Keep up the good work, and I think we can start discussing bonuses soon.
God, he's like some sort of horrible hipster CEO. Or, just general upper management type. That's even worse than your typical scummy upper management. Something's beeping down here. Gold. Ooh, there's a lot of calverite. So gold we don't really have much of. There's some diamond over there. What we kind of need, though, is silver, because before we need gold, we're going to need silver to make wiring kits. And then we need gold to make advanced wiring kits. How much space do I have?
David, you'll be happy to
Not
know
much.
the Frost Pack is making excellent progress. I must say, my management style appears to be uniquely well-suited to isolated planets. I miss you, of course, but I wonder if you feel it too. As great as we are together, we're almost better apart. Just look at how well Prosperina did in her last show. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to see it, but I'm sure if I'd been around, I'd only have made her nervous. Once this mission is over, I'll come home for a few good months. And then, what do you think if we look at reorganizing our expectations to facilitate longer-term separation success? I really think this could be a great model for us going forward, romantically and otherwise. Don't forget, I love you from the depths of my heart. Keep on succeeding in your projects. You know there's nothing I find more attractive.
So that's the same kind of scummy, like, corporatized love that we saw a little bit of in the logs from the first game. That the Alterra corporate attitude spreads to everything, not just business transactions. Alright, what's this thing over here? Nothing? I can't do anything with it. Okay, so we can't fit through here because we can't crouch or anything. I'm pretty sure this is one of the places where we want the spy pangling, because we could drop it down and send it in there, and then it could pick up those minerals, and there's going to be more places like that on the surface. Still, I think we're pretty good on gold for the moment, and we know if we need more, there is a metric shit ton sitting around here. There's also a mine underneath this island, but I don't know if we can go down there without a vehicle, because we won't have enough oxygen. It's pretty deep. Okay, there's another base here. Is this not the one I went in? Because it doesn't look like the same one. Oh, that one was up here, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, this is the one that we went in first. It's quite literally the higher-up building. Can I scan these, or... I already have those. Oh. Actually, it barely did any damage. So there's a blueprint in here. Scanner room. Man. It gets dark fast on this planet. Or is that the midday eclipse? Which I think is still a thing because, you know, there's that planet that blocks out the sun. Alright, so we got... Oop. Builder fragment. New blueprint, habitat builder. So now we can build ourselves a base somewhere. We just have to actually... We have to explore around and actually find somewhere worth settling. Because I don't really know where we should put a base. Alterra facilities map. Oh, that actually kind of seems useful. So there's the island we're on there. This is also like, you know, a map of the fucking place. So there's... I guess that's Sector 0 right there. That's where you started in the original story before it's buried by an avalanche. And there's a big, like, alien facility there.
Handy. I should be able to find my way to Phi Robotics where Sam worked.
And Phi Robotics, I guess, is this area over here, the other main land area. So what's going on, like, right there? There's like a little bridge or something. But yeah, that is the area where we're going to run into the giant snow worms, which I never did a video on by the time they were added properly. And that's the mine, I think, right there. And then that is an abandoned facility that wasn't finished last time I played the game. Like, the location was there, but it wasn't actually, like, you could swim right through the walls. So that'll be handy to check out. Jukebox. Again, the thing I'm looking forward to most in this is just getting to see these new biomes actually fleshed out.
New blueprint synthesized.
We also have Jukebox speakers so we can play it through the entire base. Of course, our music selection is going to be pretty limited on account of, you know, fucking YouTube. Fred's bed. Fred's bed, baby. The Avian Curse. Those fucking avians. Jeremiah's bed. Poster. Well, that's a fancy poster. They do seem to have a similar aesthetic for ships in this as, like, Hard Space Shipbreaker. But again, it's not like you really see them very much. Really, the only ship that you get a good look at in this so far is, you know, the one that's on the loading screen when you first load in that we started the game on. Okay, I gotta just ditch all these flares. And snowballs. I don't think we can actually do anything with snowballs. Nice Subnautica mug. There's like almost no actual merch for this game, which is surprising. Like, they have a lot of really good art that they could have made posters of or something. Say no to Skyrays. Okay, that must be the avian problem. But yeah, I was just kind of surprised that they haven't really merched anything. Shaving kit. What do I need a shaving kit for? Another PDA, more posters. So yeah, we're gonna have a pretty dope base once we start building it. I think we have harvested everything we can from here. I don't know why it doesn't let me take the map. That seems like it's something I'd actually want to keep. Alright, we got all these posters. We have the crystalline sulfur that we need to make a repair tool. Fancy shaving kit. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. Maybe it's just a decoration put in our base, even though we don't really need to shave. Okay, so we need some kind of module for this thing to turn off the test mode, but I guess it's not just lying around up here. I'm pretty sure if I take too long finding it, eventually the game will get sick of me looking and be like, hey, here it is, idiot. Tends to do that, where, you know, a new beacon will be found. But for now, I guess we want to go check out the last known position of the pilot. We have a lot of new blueprints. Beacon manager.
For the last time, I'm not cheating.
Then what's your theory? What's going on?
If you ask me, Zeta's been blinking a lot. I think it's a tell.
He does have a point there.
It's allergies.
Allergies? Oh, is something in bloom in this frozen sector?
Thermal lilies. And if you gang up on me, I swear you're all fired.
You're not even my boss.
Oh, you're all so gullible. You're fighting each other. Meanwhile, look at Parvin. Just look at him.
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
Let's just take this to a vote. All those who think Zeta's allergies are a bad case of alienitis, say Intruder.
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 Intruder. Danny?
Oh, I'm just an observer here.
I'm going to use my pass.
Is there some kind of scientist conspiracy going on here? Zeta, Sam, Danielle? You three are suddenly very aligned.
Or, like I said, Parvin is cheating.
I'm starting to wish I was cheating.
Tower maintenance log. Okay, this time the birds have really done it. I don't know what they've been eating, but it's corrosive when it comes out the other end. I'm gonna need to rewire. I'm short an element to fabricate the right cable. I remember seeing some when I did that dive to the old ship. I'm gonna go out there and see if I can get some more. That should fix it. Maintenance status, in progress.
An old ship, you say? Actually, I see smoke coming out of the water over there. I think that might just be a smoker, though. So we didn't get a location, but you can see that it's in the purple vents biome, which we did see when we first got to the island, so that gives us an idea where it is. That was another thing that was added to the game last time I played, but only in a semi-finished state.
Jenny, you wouldn't believe the adventure I'm having.
I think it's time to go back in the water.
When we were kids, and we used to play Underwater City, only sea monsters aren't pretend, and I don't need to hide behind you when one swims by, because I'm safe in my sea truck. Safe and very, very brave. Please tell Dad for me. Thanks so much for the mustache kit, by the way. To be honest, I wasn't sure if it was a gag gift at first. Personal grooming is something of a challenge here, and as you know, I'm a pretty low-maintenance guy to begin with. But you'd be surprised how handy mustache wax is in an emergency. There have been some close scrapes. For a while there, someone was sabotaging my truck, and I thought I was seeing things. But my friend Sam helped me sort it out. Although, she's had some troubles of her own lately. To be honest, I get a little worried out here sometimes. But I guess that's normal, under the circumstances. Gotta expect a little risk, right? I should be happy. I have great friends and a good paycheck. Anyway, love you, Jenny, and Dad. Please find a way to tell him that he won't find embarrassing. And don't worry, I'm looking for the perfect fish to bring back as a gift. Your favorite!
Mineral-rich crevices detected below. Geothermal activity detected. Caution advised.
So obviously there's going to be a lot more voice dialogue in this than there was in the first game. Scary noise to suddenly have activate again. I think we could find all of the blueprints we need for a sea truck in this area. Ooh, that's a new fish. Featherfish. I mean, we could go back to our pod, but, you know, there's not really any reason to go back there right now. Aside from if we want to construct something. But I think we should just kind of be roaming around looking for where we want to set up. Alright, so there's the sea truck. However, I don't know if we have the vehicle station blueprint or if we have to find that separately.
New technology acquired.
We're getting all the blueprints here for upgrades and the parts we'll need for it, but I don't know if we'll get the thing we need before it. Synthetic fibers, lithium. Yeah, so the main reason I want to build a base now is because suddenly I need a lot of materials, more than I can carry on me. Guess we'll throw away a little bit of titanium, because that we can always find more of. So, I think for our first base at least, we probably just want to settle kind of around here, because this is where we're going to be hanging out for a while. So if I can find the boundary of the purple vents, we'll kind of build away from that. We don't want to build in the purple vents because there is a bigot nasties. Surprised we haven't seen any whales yet. They used to be everywhere. But I think they're only kind of like further out now. So we're going to build away from the survival pod. This area kind of sucks though. It's very, very dark and smoky. I don't think that was a big nasty. I think that was just the Cryptosuchus. I kind of want to build in the lily pad zone because it's pretty, but it's kind of out of the way of everything else. Then again, once we get the sea truck, distance won't be too big of a deal. We'll be spending a lot of time living in it. This would be kind of a neat spot right here, just between these.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
It's not really big enough, though. I mean, there's not as many biomes in this game that are visibly pretty, you know? Like, there's a lot more dark areas like this. These guys are pretty cool, though. The other thing is, if we build our base right here, we're going to be hearing them all the time. However, I think this is actually a safe part of the purple vents to build in, because if it wasn't, we would be hearing the dangerous creature by now. So maybe we just kind of build on this little outcrop. Lithium, salt. I guess we can't build, though. I'm stupid. We can't build because we don't have a habitat builder yet. So we should actually... Do I have a beacon? I do have a beacon. We're going to drop this here. If I can... Build here. There we go. So let's head back and construct ourselves a habitat builder, and then we'll come back. I was getting a little ahead of myself there. What do we need for the habitat builder? I don't want to grab that stuff on the way, if possible. Habitat builder is wiring kit, computer chip, and battery. Okay. Wiring kit is silver and... Oh, it's just 2 silver. We got that already. Computer chip is table coral, gold, and copper wire. So table coral we don't have yet. I'm pretty sure we can get that in the twisty bridges. Ow. You may think it's pretty spooky how dark it is at times like this. But the fact that everything on this planet glows makes it less spooky than it would actually be. Because, you know, for the most part, in the not deep ocean on our planet, it's just pitch black at night. All the bioluminescent stuff lives deep in the ocean. So you're not really going to see much of that near the surface.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
We haven't come down here, but these are the caves that are underneath all the kelp biomes, and these are where the sea monkeys live. These are their nests that I think you can get blueprints out of. Yeah, see, they just kind of incorporate junk they find into their nests. So we got one of the vehicle builders there. If we can find a full set of those, we can get ourselves a sea truck pretty soon.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Uh-oh, crash fish. Those are still in the game. What I'd really like to get a hold of, though, is a Sea Glide. You know, the little handheld propeller. Because that will speed up our mobility quite a bit.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I'm like trying to spot those as we go. I think we already have one piece of the blueprint for it. Uh-oh. I was just holding... Oh, no. I was just holding up to go up while I had my menu open. But there was an iceberg above us. Ooh. Well, that's pretty. An aurora of some kind. I thought we had picked up one Sea Glide fragment. I definitely know I've seen some, but I don't know if we actually picked it up. Alright, let's get a start on this habitat builder. We're gonna need some copper wire. I like that every time we come back here, she apparently, like, makes some journals. Thermos. Insulated storage receptacle for beverages. I wasn't sure if we picked up some table coral earlier. Not particularly hard to find, though. Drink some water. Get rid of the rest of these fucking flares because we have a flashlight. So our goal is to find some table coral and also try to find some sea glide fragments around here. I think we will find in this biome. They're just not as prevalent as they were at the start of the first game, where you could just kind of find them everywhere around where you first drop. We can see Sector 0 from here. I don't exactly know where it would be. It's kind of like at the base of the tallest mountain. Oh, that's just mushrooms. While we search, let's play some more logs, because we have so many more to go through. Like, I'm trying to do them gradually and not just have a big, long dump, but we keep picking up more.
Communications tower maintenance log. Another day, another slight by the winged furies. As usual, I got an interference alert. As usual, I went out to see what the problem was. As usual, it was frozen stalagmites of feathered bird excrement. I fear the career impact of saying this officially, if you can even call what I have a career. But I could swear they're targeting me personally. The week I was out with the flu, I came back to find the tower spotless. Parvin laughed at me when I asked him how he cleaned it. Silly me. As if Parvin would ever clean anything. There's nothing left for me to do but quit. But I know that's what the birds want me to do. Oh, and I got the tower up and running. Maintenance complete.
Man versus bird, the eternal struggle. I think this is around where we first came out from the crash. And like over there somewhere. And of course, this is one of those desire sensor things where, like, ooh, creature egg. I don't know what kind of creature that is. None of the creature eggs were in the game when I last played it. There's another one over there. Probably these brine wings. Don't nude at me. Also, already looking forward to the day where we can upgrade our oxygen tank. What is this area? It's very quiet here. Kind of alarming. Or is this where we first came out? This seems to be leading inland. No, this is a cave up here. No, this might actually be Sector 0. Or not Sector 0, but Outpost 0. Destroy snowman. Wow. He really did get destroyed. He just vanished.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Alright, so this looks fairly similar to how you see it in the old version of the story. You know, this is where you first start the game, is inside this base. Alright, so here's the large room, which lets us build a big-ass base. A very much requested feature in the original game that was never added. It's your field. Stand tall. Be singular.
Motivational posters were banned from Xenoworks following a lengthy discussion at the annual company retreat 3 years ago. This poster is technically contraband.
Power cell charger. So we're going to have a lot of useful stuff once we actually start building. Quarters. Can't scan that. Water filtration machine. Not really sure why they have one of these on the surface. I don't think you can actually filter water out of nothing. Maybe they're just melting snow on the other end. Yeah, this all looks fairly similar to how I remember it. There was like a super placeholder poster here about alien artifacts. So, I had no idea that we were going to end up here. I imagine eventually it would have led us here with beacons, but yeah, I just kind of found it by accident. Picture frame, we can't scan. One thing at a time. Winning takes focus. Jukebox disc. So there is some music we can find in-game. It's not just all whatever you add. Indoor grow beds. Lantern fruit. This might be the only lantern fruit you can find in the game, since these are from the other part of the planet. So we're going to want to take one of these with us. I think they take up 4 slots. Yeah. Wow, they add a lot of body heat too. That's weird. Hopefully we can hold on to this long enough to plant it, because it will start to rot, but you know, we got more of them here if we need them. Alien Intruder, a game of deception, aliens, and paranoia. Alien Intruder is a game played by 6 to 15 people. One player acts as game master and one player assumes the role of hive mind. The remaining players are scientists on a research mission. Total players divided by 6. Of the scientists are secretly alien intruders. Dude, is this Among Us? Hive mind. The hive mind is the puppet master pulling the strings of deception. The hive mind knows who the aliens are and who the scientists are. This player observes the game and tries to manipulate the alien intruders to eliminate all the scientists. The hive mind wins if 3/4 of the scientists have been eliminated before completing all of their tasks. Alien intruder. This player does not know they are an alien intruder. For all intents and purposes, the alien intruders think they are normal scientists. Scientists. The scientist's job is to survive and eliminate the alien intruders or complete all tasks. The scientists do not know who the alien is. The scientists win if the aliens are dead or if they have completed all of their tasks. Game Master. The Game Master runs the session and ensures the completion of the different cycles. The hive mind will communicate their intentions directly to the GM, and the GM will tell the players how his/her intentions play out. Phases. The game is broken up into days. Each day the scientists' alien choose to either perform a task or spy on another player. Then the hive mind tells the GM if they would like to plant a seed of doubt on which spy result, if any, or eliminate the spy target of the alien if applicable. This is done secretly between the hive mind and the GM. So it's not your standard deception game, but it is fairly similar to a lot of board games and video games that exist. The GM then reports back on the results of the player's spying efforts, influenced or not by the hive mind, after which the scientist's alien may have a 3-minute meeting to discuss the day's events. They may then elect to eliminate a scientist with a majority vote. Scientist aliens then go to sleep and start the next day's cycle. So that's what they were talking about in the other one. Emmanuel Desjardins, Human Resources and Communications Liaison, reports to Alterra HQ. Personality is E5A401C5N1. He has, like, personality stats. I wanted to see if it actually formed a, acronym. Fred LaChance, he actually did get his own animated little trailer when the game launched to 1.0. Just like a day in the life of him as a sea truck driver. Pretty good. IT, Courier, and Maintenance Generalist, reports to Emmanuel Desjardins, various projects, and Jeremiah Mergel. He's got such a creepy face. It's like frozen in that perpetual smile. Reports to Emmanuel Desjardins, Communications Tower Maintenance, maps. Okay, well, at least we saved the map. The fact that we have a maps tabs makes me think that we're going to see some other maps too that'll maybe like mark out the biomes. Omega Lab is biological research, so this is, I guess, where they were studying the Kara over here? Trying to make a bioweapon? I mean, it was already a bioweapon. Alright, we're not going to read that yet. So, it may play pretty similar to the first game, but it's definitely got a different focus in the early game. The fact that we can just plop up on shore like this and start exploring is a lot different from, like, I can't go anywhere because I can't breathe.
Was this Sam's space? What was she doing all the way out here?
The CEO did say that she was moved here to Base 0, or Outpost 0. Which means the alien ruins are probably still here. I'll take a picture of her. Or is that a picture of us? That's a picture of us and Potato.
Potato. You are a good cat.
He really does look like a potato. And the blueprint for... God, we're carrying so many fucking posters and shit. We're gonna have to make a little storage box just to put them in until we can build a base. Lillian Bench. I think that's a picture of the gun from the first game. Alright, what other wonders does this Alterra facility have for us before we can leave? Because I sort of got sidetracked by ending up here. I hear some alien tech in here.
Hey, Sam. You want to say hi to my kids? I told them I'd show them a day in the life of a scientist. Of course. Hi, Oren. Hi, Svea. Tell us what...
Oh, Potato. I miss that fluffy little couch walrus.
Do you think he died, or she just left him behind for someone else to take care of? Even though it wasn't her cat in the first place.
Hey, Sam. You want to say hi to my kids? I told them I'd show them a day in the life of a scientist. Of course. Hi, Oren. Hi, Svea. Tell us what you're working on. Oh,
Was she right? Could there be architects living on this planet? Alterra really messed up if they got that one wrong.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
It is weird that she responds to logs you pick up before you've actually read them. especially since the game keeps track of which ones you read and which ones you haven't. So you think you'd wait until you actually open those. Okay, there's an upgrade station here. I don't know if we already have that unlocked if we can't scan it. I don't want any of these. Control room. Ion cube, which we can make a super battery out of. Very early, I guess. How many times do we have to play this before she stops interrupting it? Alright, well. Probably should have scanned that, actually, before I picked it up. Alright, I think that's about it. No upgrades in there. And this leads back outside. So, the alien ruins should be just over there. What did we pick up? What was the... Architect's Sanctuary. Okay. So that's in the Twisty Bridges. That is the thing that was a pretty important story location in the original story, and I assume it's still going to be in this one. Prawn Suit fragment. We're gonna end up with so many blueprints, and then, like, we're just gonna have episodes and episodes of me trying to get the materials to start building this stuff. But I guess they didn't want to string out the progression as much with the old stuff, like, you know,
Dangerous weather approaching.
things like the Prawn Suit. They didn't want to hold those off too long, because if you played the first game, you already knew what they were, and they were really much of a surprise. What's glowing over there? Alright, well, there's some thermal lilies over here.
Hypothermia imminent.
And they really don't give you much time to explore the surface before you start freezing. Alright. Let's get in the tunnels. So this area still looks pretty similar to how it was before. Ice stalagmite. Why is it glowing, though? So there was something that happened in the original story the first time you go here. I wasn't sure if that would trigger, but I guess not yet. But they were trying to figure out a way to open this force field. That was the original story of, you know, why this is here. So they could crack open the juicy technological nut of the facility.
While other teams have been pursuing more nebulous approaches to awakening the architects, I've tried to take a more practical approach. We know these part organic, part digital beings stored what they thought of as themselves on computers within their sanctuaries, and we know efforts to wake or communicate with them have been in vain. My theory is that to make first contact, these digital ghosts must first be recombined with an organic component. As Dr. Kaz Slaney's classic study noted, we know they had means to grow cybernetic bodies and to transfer their data patterns between them. There is a known probable architect sanctuary in this sector, but entry is not currently possible. If I can get inside and present the right vessel, I do think we will be successful.
You think that's what happened to Sam? She got turned into a experimental vessel that failed? So, this is initially where you come out of this area, and then as you come down here, a avalanche would destroy the entire facility in front of you and you'd be forced to go in the water. But this seems to just be residual at this point. There's no way to go up there. So I think we got everything we can do here. I think before we go back and build a base, though, I am going to have to just dump all those posters into our pod and then, transfer them over once we have somewhere to put them, because that's like half my inventory now of just useless decorative stuff. Grab that peeper. Oh, I don't actually have the space for the peeper. Alright, well that was a fun detour. I was not expecting to go in there. But now we know where it is, and presumably that will be the end game, is entering that facility. But we still didn't find any fucking sea glide fragments. Alright, well, let's head back to the pod, and maybe we'll wrap up, because that actually took quite a bit of time to explore those two surface areas.
Ah, my darlings, Brian, Svea, and Oren, I'm counting the days until I can come home and give you all the hugs and kisses. Since my research project was cancelled, they have me at a place called Outpost 0, doing nothing much. Just cataloguing things, plants, the occasional animal, but it's mostly ice where I am, so there's not a lot of new stuff to find. Svea and Oren, you know how you get bored when your hover dance teacher makes you practice skills 15 minutes over schedule and it eats up your freestyle time? It's a bit like that. But I have a new roommate, Samantha, a roboticist. You should see her little bangling box. Oren, you'd love them. But she got management upset. I guess this is just where they send you if they decide you're too much trouble. I'm kind of glad she's here, though. I was getting lonely. I'm still trying quietly. I don't want any more trouble to figure out where I went wrong. I was sure. I picked up a distress signal. I was right on top of it, and then it just stopped. What if someone, an architect, is still down there and needs help? I'll be home before I ever get to find out, and it will fall to some future researcher to come and find out, I guess. I hope. But I can't wait to be home with you. When are you going to send me some more art? There's still a patch of bare wall here that could use some colour and a touch of genius. I miss you. I love you. I hope you're still proud of me. I'm proud of you.
I don't know why the music is so threatening over here. So I believe Lillian was the one that gave us our intel about the facilities here. Oh, I got brined. Jesus, that actually takes a long time to get off. Little bastard. Alright, well, while that was playing, I was trying to spot a damn sea glide fragment, but I can't find a single one. We might have to go down into the deeper parts of the twisty bridges. There was that one rock that I thought was a fragment. I don't know if you can tell I was very disappointed about that when I swam up to it. Alright, well, I think we're gonna have to call it an episode, because I'm not seeing anything. Still, we got a lot of blueprints this time, and I think next time we'll be able to start settling into a new base if I can find some damn coral table shelf, or shelf coral. I was like, table coral? Shelf coral? Table coral, which should be just sticking off the walls down here. I'm like kind of delaying the end and hoping that I'll spot something and be like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll just grab this before we go back. Nothing. Oh, there's a sea glide fragment. There's 1 of 3. I guess if we come down here, we might be able to find more. I'm also gonna have to drop some more copper.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
So that's the main reason that we can't really go down here yet until we get either a vehicle or a better oxygen tank or a rebreather. That's one of the blueprints we don't have yet. Damn it. Okay, there's 1. We need 2 of these for a computer chip.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright. Now I feel comfortable going back to base. We got 1 fragment, and we got the table coral we need to build the base builder. So yeah, next time we can set out and start settling in. Which will be fun, because, you know, base building is one of the satisfying parts of this game. One thing I know about this that is different from the first game is, in the first game, the progression moved you deeper and deeper underwater, but there isn't really any deep parts, as far as I know. There are some cavern systems that are kind of the deep biomes, but I don't think any of them are nearly as deep as, like, the lava biome in the first game. They're kind of more spread out instead. Alright, so now that we're back, we're going to save here, and then next time, we'll start constructing. Start making a home for ourselves on this world. Because we're going to be here for a while, I think. God, we're going to have so many of her journals to catch up on. Okay, so I've been Shadefyre, this is Subnautica, Below Zero. Thank you for joining me for another day of adventure, and hopefully you'll join me again next time. Until then, you folks all take care.